Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to beautiful Bahrain. Welcome back to Combat Kingdom. Welcome back home. My name is Phil Campbell. I'm joined by the OG of mixed martial arts, Kirik Janess, for a scintillating amateur matchup.
Kirik Janess here with the Irish Thunder. I want to let Brave Nation know, if you didn't get the memo, this is an amateur fight. This fight is being held 3x3 under IMAF rules. This is not a professional fight, but that does not mean it's not exciting.
The KHK athlete Ali Alyaqoob in the red, taking on Urfonov in the blue, and this is a battle of real prospects in mixed martial arts. Both guys have competed extensively internationally and find themselves here in Bahrain, here as part of Combat Kingdom, Brave Combat Federation 41, with a real opportunity to showcase their skills, Kirik.
Phil, we see Mini Hulk with his opponent backed up against the wall. What do you think he should do from here to forward his game?
Well, we can see he has those double underhooks, Kirik. What I'd like to see him is get an inside or an outside trip, just as he's attempted to do. Scores a beautiful takedown on Ali Alyaqoob. May take the back here, has that Dagestani handcuff, wrist grip, gets one leg over, trying to get the hooks in.
Almost saw one hook in, Phil.
You can see him, he's just trying to grind on his opponent right now, make Ali Alyaqoob carry his weight. And again, the trip is potentially there for him if he wants to do a back trip. He thought about it, has those double underhooks. Oh, and beautifully takes the back.
There's the hooks.
Has the legs crossed a little bit, but lets that go, and now is in full back control. May look to try and sneak an arm underneath the neck of Ali Alyaqoob there. But he's doing well right now, just to really force his opponent to do the work. He's just blanketing his opponent right now, Kirik.
Ali Alyaqoob, known to his friends and fans as Eto, is doing a good job thus far of defending himself. He has not taken much damage. Looks like he's trying to stand now. He may have to clear one of those hooks in order to do one, taking some glancing shots.
Mini Hulk with many smashes to the face right there, just trying right now. It looks like he's attempting to flatten out his opponent. Has those double underhooks, may look to extend his hips and legs with the hooks in to try and flatten Alyaqoob out.
Once again, this is an amateur bout. The referee is watching very, very carefully, mindful that these are not professional fighters yet.
And in the amateur realm, landing continuous pot shots like that, as Urfonov is doing, could potentially lead to a stoppage depending on the disposition of the referee. Again, we may look to see him flatten his opponent out right now. But Abdulla Alyaqoob trying there to just kind of buck his opponent off him, but he's bound to be frustrated at how this fight's unfolded so far, Kirik.
I think he came out here wanting a striking battle. He has not got it. He's been on the defense, but as I said, I have not seen him take a lot of damage. I have not seen and he ends up on top, but not long enough. Phil, walk us through the round. What do you think the judges saw?
Well, I think what they saw was the wrestling savvy being illustrated by Umed Urfonov there. And as we know in amateur fights, usually the guy that's the better wrestler has the distinct advantage because the rounds are so short. So you don't have to be as tactical with your energy. You don't have to be as efficient with your energy. And we saw that just with the ground domination from Urfonov, taking the back and essentially controlling his opponent for the 3 minutes there.
Phil, what changes would you think Abdulla Alyaqoob is going to want? What's his corner telling him to do differently in the next round?
Well, right, he has to start better. So he can't be a static target for his opponent to take him down. So what I would expect to see is a little bit more lateral movement, trying to stiff a jab in the face of an opponent to halt that advancement of the wrestling.
We're just about to get there. We've got seconds out signal. We're about 5 seconds away from round 2, Phil.
But both these men have extensive quality. Abdulla Alyaqoob is an IMAF Africa Open bronze medalist, an IMAF European Championship bronze medalist, but then Urfonov is a Moscow Open gold, a WMMA World Championship silver medalist in 2017. So you're looking at serious amateur pedigree in there, Kirik.
Phil, let's see if Edo changes his style in this, the second round of 3. 3x3 amateur fight.
Urfonov looks to be really enjoying himself in there. Just let out a little bit of a guttural warrior-like scream. That's a big overhand by Alyaqoob.
That's what Edo wanted to do.
You can see him now. He's taking the fight a little bit more to Urfonov, but he has to be careful of when he's winging those big shots. He stands square. He plants his feet, leaving himself susceptible to the takedown. And just as he charges in there, you see Urfonov trying to establish the underhook, but he's eating knees to the midriff.
We are seeing a more aggressive Alyaqoob in this round.
He's illustrating a little bit more of his own wrestling now, but Urfonov still looks like the cameraman, but that's a big takedown.
To the ground.
Big takedown for Alyaqoob there.
Huge moment for Eto.
And now he's just trying to establish that position, steps over one leg. May again be happy just to sit in that half guard position that we've seen popularized by so many high-level mixed martial artists. Urfonov does a great job to dig in for his own underhook and work his way back to his feet. Very intelligent work from the young man based here in Bahrain.
Absolutely intelligent work from both fighters, Phil. But as we know, fighting is a thing of the heart. It's a thing of the spirit. And after that first round, Eto came back, played his game for a bit. I think this was a huge moment for him thus far.
Again,
down
another
again.
Big takedown. And so far, he's winning this round with his wrestling. And as I alluded to at the top of this fight, he who controls the wrestling in amateur mixed martial arts is invariably the person with the distinct advantage. Nice use of the wizard there from Urfonov. Keeping the fight standing, just really clamped down on that wizard.
Brave Nation, hearkening back to what Phil Campbell, the Irish Thunder, just said. These are the fighters are wearing large gloves on their hands and they're wearing pads on their shins and their feet. So a knockout. So the effectiveness of striking is reduced greatly. That, of course, puts a much greater emphasis on wrestling, and that's what we're seeing right here.
Wrestling, of course, being the cornerstone of mixed martial arts, this amateur style of a fight really gives an amateur fighter an opportunity to build upon the wrestling because it is so vital, so pivotal in amateur mixed martial arts. A nice knee again. Wizard trip attempted there from Urfonov. Doesn't quite get it. Defended well by Abdulla Alyaqoob.
Excellent job by Eto, managing to remain on his feet where he wants his fight to be.
And it really is a battle of that 50-50 position now. Both men with one underhook trying to establish, but a little break in the action here. Be interesting to see who decides to try and fire off the bigger strikes. And again, that windmill overhand coming from Abdulla, but again, power double from Urfonov. He hasn't given up on it. Can he get the hands connected? Can he get the flare on the double? Here it comes! Huge takedown in the middle of the cage.
Air Tajikistan in action.
Yeah, very, very close round again. It's coming down to those grappling exchanges, those wrestling exchanges for me, Carrick. And I think if you're basing it purely on the amount of takedowns scored, you had Abdulla Alyaqoob with 2 or 3 takedowns there. You had Urfonov with that 1 takedown to finish the round.
Phil, I'm calling this round for Abdulla Alyaqoob. I think this fight now stands at 1-1. I think the winner is going to be whoever wins the third and final 3-minute round.
So you see him taking the fight to his opponent, a little bit more aggressive with that offensive wrestling, but also lands those pop knees. Defended that wizard takedown. But there we see that big takedown in the middle of the cage. A vulgar display of power right there by Urfonov. Slap bang in the middle of the Brave Arena. And as you say, Carrick, conceivably, we are looking at a round apiece with both guys having it all to play for, needing to lay it all out on the line, leading into our third and final round of a scintillating mixed martial arts bout here to kick us off.
I believe we are, Phil. I believe Eto is confident in his performance in the last round. I think you're going to see more of same, although he may back off a little bit from the huge power shots because they do leave him open to that low double.
A referee, just you see how eager the fighters are to step in and get it done. The referee having to push them back a little bit. Third and final round. The 9th. Oh, big uppercut! He got wobbled there, but tries to fire back. Urfonov definitely got wobbled there.
All the more impressive, Phil, with those larger amateur gloves.
Right in front of us here in our broadcast position again, in that wrestling 50-50 position. Alyaqoob trying to score that takedown, but may leave him. That's a big takedown.
Snatch double down to the mat.
Didn't quite get the flare he wanted on it. Now he's inside the close guard of Urfonov. What can he do? How dangerous is his submission game from here?
Eto wisely pushing his opponent up against the fence where there's less danger of a submission attempt. There's a greater danger, though, of the opponent standing.
That was beautiful. Just swung the legs of his opponent to the side. Lands a strike of his own. Urfonov is up on his feet, though. Needs to turn in to face his opponent. Has established one underhook of his own. And again, back to that draining 50-50 position, Kirik. Big knee up the middle from Alyaqoob. Trying to get in on that double again, but good defense being shown so far. Switch to the single from Alyaqoob. Again, defended. Nice split base from Urfonov.
Phil, looked like there could have momentarily been a little arm-in guillotine attempt, but it was quickly thwarted by Eto.
Serious experience, as we've alluded to, from both men. 6 and 5 against 10 and 1. Both men, 11 amateur mixed martial arts bout apiece.
Halfway now, I am liking Abdullah's knees to the body. One of them may have gone a little low, or there may have been a fence grab. I'm not sure what the referee is admonishing the fighter over. And it's on again.
Urfonov ready to shake that off and just get back into it. That's a nice kick to the body, but the danger with that is you may get taken down. Alyaqoob lands in the mount. Landing big ground and pound, maybe looking for the rear naked choke.
Those hooks are in.
Switches to the body triangle, but Urfonov could turn this into landing inside the guard. If we were in a playground, this fight would be contested on a seesaw. It is up and down. It is 50-50. It is my momentum versus your momentum. A fantastic way to open up the card here, Kirik.
What a fantastic fight, and it's a testament to the extraordinary level of skill that's being developed in the IMAFs.
Yeah, real credit has to go to that developmental structure. We're going to see a number of IMAF medalists tonight, and good work by Alyaqoob to try and switch his momentum there, but defended expertly by Urfonov. Trying to get the heavy sprawl right now, but Alyaqoob doing the right thing by trying to force his opponent towards the cage. Beautiful defense, and this is really draining for Abdulla Alyaqoob because he thinks he's in the ascendancy, but that heavy sprawl from Urfonov is
down and finally on top, and the round ends. Call it, Phil.
It's a pick-em fight from me, Kirik. As you say, the first round, perhaps Urfonov. The second round, Alyaqoob. The third round, absolutely anyone's guess. It really comes down to how the judges have interpreted this fight. Are they more, do they place more emphasis on the offensive wrestling, the defensive wrestling? That big strike that was landed by Abdulla early, that big overhand, that definitely wobbled Urfonov. That was the most telling strike of the entire bout. But again, we know that in mixed martial arts, wrestling is king.
Phil, I'm calling this one 29-28 for Abdulla Alyaqoob. Watching some of the action on replay.
And there you see Urfonov trying to get in for the takedown of his own, defended beautifully, landing in the mount. Did Abdulla Alyaqoob. And it looks like we have a decision rendered. Both men ready to meet in the middle this time, not to throw hands, not to trade, but to hear the official decision. But again, both of these young men have a very bright future in amateur mixed martial arts and professional should they choose to progress into those ranks. I think we've seen enough from both these men that we'd like to see a little bit more.
Agreed, holy Phil. I'd actually love to see these two men in slightly smaller gloves where the striking is a little more significant.
Scores just being tabulated as we speak. And more often than not, when the scores take a little bit longer to come in, that's indicative of the fact that it's been a very close fight.
The T's are being crossed, I's are being dotted, and here comes a roaring lion.
And now for the first time tonight for the official decision.
All right, Brave Nation, what a way to start the night. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score the bout 29-28 for your winner. Out of the red corner, Abdulla Alyaqoob.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Just like the OG of mixed martial arts, Kirik Jeunesse called it. Abdulla Alyaqoob gets the win, gets the decision, progresses in his amateur mixed martial arts career to 7-5. A fantastic, well-rounded performance from the young 24-year-old fighter.